Alright. Mic's working. Everything's good. That's good. Oh. That's not as good. Oh, there we go. There's the timer. Okay, let's just get this stunt music. And yep. In spite of that music, I am going to be doing special episode 2 for a little bit, at least starting off. I'd also like to not screw up the instant I start. That would be really nice. Alright. And now you just wait for like 5 minutes. Also, for anyone in chat, is everything sounding not garbage? Because I know me, things tend to sound garbage. Here's hoping that I can finally get a sub 35 on this. Just because sub 35 would be not completely terrible. I mean, my sum of best is definitely below the 35. You're away from dangerous work. Mania. Hello. I will never understand how and why this is gameplay. I, to this day, don't know why on earth that little part of giving out the guns is not part of the cutscene. Do they have different dialogue for a different order? I have no idea. I honestly don't really read the dialogue that much. Yeah. Like, you would think that's part of the cutscene. Because, like, there are very similar moments to that. that are part of the cutscenes. It's a weird choice. Yeah, it is definitely a weird choice, especially since, let's be honest, who would even notice that? And even more importantly, not that many people replay the special episodes more than like 2 or 3 times. Producers. Okay, I agree with the point on some flora. That thing's actually garbage, but Bidoof isn't completely terrible. Outside of the Jirachi fight, it's not completely terrible. Oh, and I guess Snover's actually the worst thing ever. Yeah, terrible boss design of Snover. I will never understand why they thought it was a good idea to give you Tackle to fight Jirachi. I will never understand that choice. And now, any moment now. There we go. That was weirdly lucky. Also, Sing and Sweet Kiss, nice. Thanks, Bayonet. Wow, this is already not going too well. This is floor 2. Unless the rest of these floors go really smoothly, this could be rough. Of course, the one time you don't want it to hit 5 times. Pin missile hits all 5 times. Anyway, there's a good chance I'm losing a little bit of... Well, maybe not at this rate. I'll probably lose a little bit of time here. And I'll be honest, the main reason I'm even playing this is not necessarily for a great time, more for just being able to consistently get through the episode. Oh, please just spawn like right next to the stairs. Alright, that's not good. Yeah. I don't understand why Pinette's there either. Like, it would make a little more sense if it was like, I don't know, a Shuppet. Because, like, I think they're supposed to all be kids. I guess they just thought if it was Shuppet, people would have, like, flashbacks of Sky Tower. I don't know. And again, I have no idea why they chose specifically Armaldo for this. Like, I feel like if the special episode didn't exist, most people would not remember that Armaldo exists as a Pokemon. Unless they were really big Gen 3 fans. Yeah, Pokedex entries get a bit ridiculous. It's like every time they try to push the boundary a little bit further with every new game. One of my biggest fears is that one day I'm going to slip up and just button mash A, and then end up having to go back through Murky. Like, it's one of those things that hasn't happened yet, but I know is going to happen eventually. If Safely wasn't Dusknoir's henchman in the main game, it would be a better pick. It would also make Dusknoir a little less obvious. Although, granted, I think you only see the Sableye like once before that twist. Yeah. It is like literally the cutscene like 2 seconds before that. I think it is like the cutscene. That was really terrifying. It's one of the few times I'm really glad that Bodycard actually exists. That was a really bad miss. Also, can we just talk about how bad that misplay was, giving Diglett a free turn? Giving Diglett free turns here is like the worst mistake you can make. Because Magnitude 9, it's not common, but it happens. If you get Magnitude 9, that's an instant game over. So yeah, they probably would never make a starter the main villain. Oh. That's fun. I should have used that Oranberry at some point. But that wasn't great. We don't talk about the fact that I somehow hit my hotkey for starting the run, but missed the pay button. No. Yeah. The twist with Dusknoir is not very good. I think the one when they pulled it in Gates, if it wasn't the second time they pulled that same twist in a row, the one in Gates would have been so much better. Like, the instant you see Dusknoir, it's like, yeah, it's a little suspicious, just instantly. Yeah, the actual twist and also the actual typing of the Pokemon in Gates, and also the fact that, like, I'm pretty sure that I'm trying to think. I don't think Muna has ever been portrayed as like a villainous Pokemon ever. If anything, you save one in Black and White, which makes that even more believable. And then, in the main series, every single Pokedex entry for Hydreigon ever goes on about how it's just a mindless monster. Yeah, it's like the instant you see, like, you don't even question it when you see Muna at the very beginning of the game. It's a shame though that, like, you never actually get to see Hydreigon ever do anything. Like, you just, like, in the entire franchise really, unless there's something in the manga or anime that I've never seen. Like, it's always described as a monster, and yet it never does that. Yeah, the twist with Grovyle is, like, it's decent, but, like, if you look for the signs, it's really obvious, especially on the second playthrough. I would say that Grovyle should have explained himself, but then again, based off of how stupid everyone is, no one would have believed him right away. Power band, that's nice. What's not nice is that. What's really not nice is that. Oh my god. Pin missile, please, just don't. Oh, I just realized Scorpy got lost somewhere. Final floor. I do have a little bit of Monster House insurance. Oh, come on. Just kill the stupid Burmy. Alright, that's an even worse time than last time. It's funny, I keep getting worse and worse times every time I do Murky, and like, my PB wasn't even that good of a Murky time anyway. It's not even a good time that I keep getting, but oh well. Yeah, honestly, if Grovyle were actually like smart, probably one of the first things he'd do is just explain what he's trying to do to at least someone. Like, people, like, everyone in one fell for Dusknoir's lies instantly, so they probably would believe Grovyle instantly if that was the first thing they heard. Yeah. It's like, realistically, Grofel just needed to be like, hey, if you don't let me do this thing, the world's gonna end. So, let me do my thing. Things will be bad for like a week, but everything will be fine afterwards. Also, don't trust Dusknor no matter what he says. Yeah, it's like Grofel definitely knew at least some of the stuff that he was about to go through. It's like, because I'm pretty sure, like, the game even says that wasn't the first time he's tried. You gotta love 5-minute long cutscenes. I mean, I shouldn't be complaining, like, it's nowhere near as ridiculous as... The one that always comes to my mind, I don't think it's the longest, but in the main... out of, like, the whole game, the one I always think of with this game is the 8-minute cutscene near the end of Special Episode 5. That cutscene is ridiculous. Like, granted, like, Gates and Super go for like half an hour on their endings, so that's really nothing. I'm pretty sure the one in Gates especially, I'm pretty sure that's half an hour while holding down the B button. Which honestly says more about Gates' text speed than it does the cutscene itself, but... Also, I just realized I have a power band that I never equipped. Meanwhile, we have like the ultimate showdown going on up there. Oh no. Alright. It's floor 8. I'm gonna take a risk. Not. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done. You've gotta be kidding me! Like, I deserved that for not using the Oranberry. But did I. Even if I used it, it didn't matter. What the heck? I didn't even know magnitude 10 was a thing. I thought it only went up to 9. That's one way to lose a run. Like, granted, I deserved that. Because I made a really... I should have used that Oranberry when I had the chance, but... Yeah. I genuinely didn't know it went up to 10. I thought it was 9. Granted, magnitude's not a move I think about that much. And I know that I've lost a run to 9, specifically. Yeah, magnitude's a move you never see. It's not even in this game very much. You see Earth Power and Earthquake way more. Yeah, magnitude's kind of the worst thing ever in this series. Also, from my personal experience, band seeds are not that common. Perish Song, yeah. Perish Song... Who thought it was a good idea to make it 3 turns? Like, I know it's 3 turns in the mains. I'm pretty sure it's 3. But it's like the same amount as the main series. It's like, in the main series, it's stupid. Why did they keep the turns? Like, turns go by a lot faster in this game. Oh, but Protect, we gotta buff that and make that a multi-turn move. We have to buff that. Oh my gosh, I actually... Oh well. 15% accuracy. Speaking of low accuracy moves, Rollout is really bad in this game. I think it has like a 2% chance without any accuracy modifiers. I'm pretty sure it's a 2% chance for it to go for all 5 hits. It's like something ridiculous like that. I know from experience, I've never seen all 5 hits on Rollout. Double Slap. Double Slap's fun, is a pretty... Like, all of the other multi-hits are really good. But Rollout's just, like, the bad one. Because of how it instantly cancels itself out. Like, I did a full Phanpy EV playthrough once, and I have never seen rollout hit all 5 times. I've almost never seen it hit 4 times. Yeah. Double slap is pretty luck-based. From my experience, I haven't had that bad luck with, like, Bullet Seed. It's rollout that all of my bad luck gets thrown towards. Which, granted, the odds are against you on that, since I think it's a 50-50 chance for the first hit. And the sad thing is, it's 41. Yeah, it's like really bad accuracy per hit. And the worst thing is, it's arguably one of Phanpy's better moves. That's the worst part. Yeah. It's like they realized they made multi-hits too powerful, but instead of nerfing the damage, they nerfed the accuracy, which didn't even work for most of the multi-hits, but it murdered Bullet Seed. Or not Bullet Seed, Rollout. Bullet Seed didn't really get affected that bad from my experience. Man, double slap, yeah. Okay, rollout is 45. Like, first off, why 45? Like, why not make it... If you're gonna make it stupid low, might as well go for a 50-50 shot. And second, if you're gonna make the accuracy on rollout that bad, then actually make... Don't have it cancel out. But hey, Gates fixed all the problems with it. And again, a lot of things in Gates are really broken. Shoutouts to Axew, who is probably the best starter for most casual players. Yeah, rollout in Gates is like not even funny with how ridiculous it gets. Yeah, Axew has... First off, its typing is really amazing. Dual Chop is way better than it should be. Yeah. The only reason it's not the best starter out of any of the mystery dungeons is because Skitty can get ridiculous in some of the games, and Riolu with Wonder Mail is probably more stupid. Also, Scorpy, please stop. Oh. Alright, I'm actually now starting to see like how bad the accuracy on Pin Missile can be. Although granted, Pound is missing an unusual amount. For fear. Oh no. This Scorpy is officially the most useless thing ever. So about that thing I was saying about how every time I do Murky, it just gets worse. Yeah, I think that I'm probably just gonna do one last run of this for right now, and do a different special episode after this. Yeah, it would take an insane miracle. It would take an insane miracle for this to not be garbage. Honestly, I feel like any normal person would reset by now. And the only reason I'm even continuing is just because my focus right now is a little bit more focused on just trying to get this somewhat consistent. Or at least being able to get to the end more than once. Because at some point I do want to try an all special episodes run. Although that could be very interesting since I'm really bad at most of them. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna do this last one for right now. And then if there's still time, I'll do another one. Now watch this end up being like the best Eastern cave I've ever gotten. Watch this next Eastern cave be like stupid good. Yeah. Gates Axie was just so stupid. Especially slapping that thing with Dragon Dance. Like, Link moves are gone. But Dragon Dance is so stupid that it almost makes up for it. It's like, yeah, let's get a speed booster. Pulse speed is still broken. And then also increase attack. And also, it's given to one of the starters, and it's not even that late game. Like, you get it around halfway through. Act 2 tapping. Yeah. Like, Act 2's one weakness is that a lot of the game focuses on ice types, or at least a lot of the later part of the game. And then you have Tepig, who's just like, not only is a pretty decent fire type starter, but also has rollouts stupid early. Like, when I did the last time I did an Axu Tepig playthrough, like, I only had one difficult area in the whole game, and it was like, I'm pretty sure it was the exact dungeon where, I think, yeah, it was like the exact dungeon where halfway through it, Axu got Dragon Dance and steamrolled everything afterwards. Like, the only other starters I can think of that are more stupid broken are things like Skitty, who's just consistently amazing. Like, Normalize was a stupid buff that Skitty should not have gotten. And then, like, Riolu and Sky. Riolu's not that good for regular gameplay, but if you throw Wonder Mail in, yikes. Yeah, I feel like it takes a lot of people a while to realize that Normalize is ridiculous. Because, like, if you played the main series, you just have it wired into your brain. Type matchups. I didn't even realize Normalize actually counted on throwing items in the basic attack. I didn't even know that. That's even more ridiculous. Yeah, it's like, on top of everything else, Skitty even gets, like, Stab Blizzard. It's like, Skitty has a really good move pool and everything is Stab. That was a really stupid risk that I should not have taken. At least it wasn't 10 again? I'm not making the same mistake again. Why does Mud Sport exist as a move? Like, it's never been useful, ever. Like, the worst thing about Mud Sport is, even if it was learned by every Pokemon in the game, it's still just not a useful effect. Like, I've never looked at that move and thought, I need to use this. Pelipper couldn't live with thunder. Yeah, it's like, what sport's just so useless? And don't think that water sport's any better. Also, of course I get a revive on like the run where I'm over a minute and a half behind. And it's about to get even worse. Of course, this is the run I find revives. Yeah. Like, water sport is slightly better just because the Pokemon that learn it are a little better. But, oh, that's how you know you're doing bad, when hunger starts becoming a problem. One of these probably has the revive. Wait, I just realized this is a situation you never want to be in. Yeah, sometimes I don't think things through. I mean, how else do you get times like this? Oh, but this is the run where I get a reviver seed, though. Never a run where I'm actually doing well. It's when I'm nearly 3 minutes behind. Also, can I just say, this is a ridiculously long setup to a kind of just meh joke. Like, this whole cutscene is just one joke with a ridiculously long setup. Could you imagine if normalized cave stabbed to gravel for rocks? That'd be the dumbest thing ever. It's like, now it does. It's like, no, you just get stabbed on your gravel rocks. Stab rare fossils. Yeah. 150 fixed damage would be a little stupid. game. I feel like if normalize affected graveler rocks and geopebbles, people would use those things even more than they already do. Even as is, those are really good items, but like if graveler rocks did like 45, that would be pretty stupid. I mean, granted, it's not as ridiculous as Super and DX's Blast Seeds, which I think it's like 50 damage if you throw, 100 if you eat. I know it's 100 if you eat it. It's like, after being pretty bad for 3 games straight, Super's just like, let's buff it. Every Graveler Rock had frustration. Yeah. The most depressing thing about this run is the fact that that still has to be on my screen for another, like, 10 minutes. Yeah, Zero ILEs, you could win by taking just a bunch of rocks. Even as is, taking a bunch of rocks is a good strategy. And then there's this cutscene, which I keep forgetting exists. Okay, that's really depressing and puts a lot of things into context. The fact that I'm already behind on time before even entering the dungeon. Yeah, the last part of that cutscene is just so ridiculous. Like, we don't need a reaction shot to that. Oh my gosh, Armaldo used probably the smartest possible move there. Alright, halfway done. Boop. That is like the worst feeling in the world. When you mean to just press and hold the B button, but you accidentally let go too soon and it opens up the item menu. When you're just trying to run. That could have been really... Alright. Wow, that was the first segment where I didn't lose all the time in the world. I only lost 14 seconds on that. Yeah, I honestly probably would reset, but I do want to at least see if I can get the run finished. Just because I do definitely need practice on the final boss. Also, of course, Fortune Ravine Death starts like this when I'm on the worst pace possible. That's how you know things are going bad, when you get the second level up. If that didn't one-shot, I was dead. I had no idea if it did or not. Although I do have the revive, I think. Hmm. Because of the coloring on the dungeon, I couldn't even see the stairs. Well, there goes the revive. Yeah, top screen map. I'll be honest, I've always been someone who does top screen status. I don't know if... I don't think I have multiple revives. I know I got like a lot of blinkers. Although, we're about to find out. You would know what's funny is that on my split layout, I added the monster houses counter purely out of spite after one After one day, I got like 4 in like an hour. And now that I've added that, I almost never get monster houses. I'm only pointing this out because technically it's about to go up 1. And yeah, top screen stamps until recent. Yeah, missing stairs. I've done it a few times, but... Oh, map does have the HP values. Yeah. It's like the instant you include the monster house counter out of... Well, I just invalidated this! Yeah, it's not like I was gonna submit that anyway. And I have to redo the hotkeys on that. Thank God I found that out during a run that I wasn't gonna submit anyway. Also, I'm an idiot. Yeah. And plus, it's not even like I'll finish this anyway, because this fight probably isn't gonna go too well. Oh, I did get 3 revives. Yeah. Who would have thought that mapping the counter to the same button as one of the emulator functions was a bad idea? I mean, granted, the run's already been invalidated. I might as well do this as a joke for the heck of it. Wait, I'm gonna real quick turn that hotkey off and break the immersion for like a few seconds. That is not the right menu. There we go. I think that disabled all the ones that would end a run instantly. Nope. I think I forgot to hit the save button. There's something, I don't know. Oh. There we go. Alright, just reset now. Let's see, I have about an hour left. Pick a number 1 through 4. Pick a number 1 through 4. Don't do 5. One. God dang it. As you can tell, I've sunk a lot of time and effort into this one. Okay, why is it running like oh wait, I didn't reset the speed. Whew, wow, that whole thing's a mess. If you were gonna pick the worst one, you should have said 3, because I genuinely don't know a single person who likes Special Episode 3. I don't think anyone likes it. And of course, this is the only special episode. 3 is the only one that actually has an actual guide. Which I swear just kind of confirms that people only run that because it's a joke, and obviously it's kind of funny to do the worst one. And have it weirdly kind of optimized. Yeah. Sunflora does absolutely nothing. Like, even Bidoof, like, because of this, Bidoof technically does something important. But Sunflora never does anything. Yeah. Only special episode can have a main file item reward. And of course, it's absolutely worthless. Like, when are you ever going to use Sunflora? Like, you'd be better off giving out the Defend Globe. At least that could be useful. Also, here's the Bidoof is an idiot montage. Yeah, Bidoof sets up the Drowsy fight, ends up accompanying the team. Yeah. And also Bidoof, technically, because of the ending of this, technically maybe is the reason why the plot exists. Even if that's because he's... even though that's more something Jirachi that does. Yeah. Oh yeah, Bidoof is the reason why Azelf was found. By bringing down that crystal. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. Oops! This isn't special episode 3. Well, Bidoof's really only as a useful character for the plot. Well, I mean, he does also bring the crystal back. But, like, outside of that, this episode is basically the only reason Bidoof's useful. Which, right, automatically makes him better than two of the killed members. Like, at least he does something. What does Sunflora do? And let's be honest, if you ever were asked to name all the killed members, you would never remember Corfish. Yeah, Corfish. Like, Corefish does absolutely nothing and doesn't even have a special episode. Dugtrio is the least used character. Yeah, Dugtrio's pretty underused. Like, the only thing he does for 90% of the game is stand at Sharpedo Bluff and be a more useless version of Diglett. It's like, there's also, the only memorable thing about Dugtrio is that it might be a reference to Rescue Team. It might be a reference to Rescue Team. On the bright side, I can now officially confirm that dinner skip is not a thing in this special episode. Sadly. Also, what is the point of dinner skip? Like, why is it even there? Why is that the only skippable thing in the whole game? And why is it so obscure? It's like, yeah, press down and select. Or down and start. I will say, it's very weird to see that morning address scene without the main character standing there. I mean, granted, you do see them at the very beginning, which is a very rare glimpse of the team I used to complete the save file. Alright, see you later. Snover is putting in... Snover and the rest of Team Room is putting in a ridiculous amount of effort for how little money Bidoof actually has. They put on such a ridiculous show for like barely anything. And now it's time for gameplay that could rival Sunflora in terms of just how miserable it is. Skateboard, yeah. Unless it lets me escape to a better episode, no go. Thanks, layout. Why does Snover have bodyguard? Not that I'm complaining, but why does Snover have that? Alright, I'm not gonna focus too much on orbs. Should have picked up that gravel rock, though. Revive, yes! I actually have a chance at the Jirachi fight. Oh yeah, I forgot. I had a really bad Starcade when I finished my one run on this. Extra tartar seeds could be helpful later. Alright, final floor. And 20-second time save. Nice. I only have to go for 4 more floors of this. Bidoof picked up a sunny orb, yeah. And the sad thing is, like, they're not completely garbage in this special episode. The worst thing you can do is kill the Psyducks. Zinc Ban. I'll pick that up since I think that's helpful for Jirachi. Can I just say the Bronzong here are the worst thing ever? Yeah, the Psyduck help a lot. If only because they get rid of the awful weather. It's like, it's the worst feeling ever when a Psyduck is standing in your way. You anti-Resto Chesto? I mean, every strat for this is a meme strat. Like, the only legitimate strat for this is giving up on this fight. Boom. Oh, if you're ready to see a meme strat, here's a meme strat to end all meme strats. This is just RNG. Like, there's probably a legit way to play this, but why bother? Yeah, just stand still AB. I lost time there because Chadot's like, let's feather dance like 6 times. Should have been a cutscene. I kind of agree on that, but at the same time, I feel like it's kind of fun just to watch Team Rogue get utterly destroyed by going through the exact same boss fight that you go through later. Or at least later in the main story. It's kind of fun watching that. That screen shake is so ridiculous. There's no reason for the screen shake to be that intense. You know, if the DS had like a rumble pack that actually had support, that probably would make the whole system shake. Oh, I don't want to use those now. So can I just say the floor layouts here are really mean. I could have grabbed that Orin, but I'm not gonna go through all that. I hate having to use the gravel rocks like this. Also, man, I really hate this section. All right. Well, this was fun while it lasted. I forgot monster houses could even spawn here. Yep, nope, I'm completely surrounded now. Dang, that was going so well up until just now. Man, there's nothing I can do about this. Alright, just because I'm running low on time, I'm gonna do one last run, the shortest run, and the worst run. I already have regrets, and just because I want to wrap things up in around 20 minutes. So, no better way to wrap things up in 20 minutes than do the shortest one. Yeah, hating Loungrid is like Sunflora's only character trait. Well, that and also Sunflora being absolutely pathetic. There are so many things about this special episode I hate. There is not a singular good aspect about this special episode. The music is... like, not even the music is very good. It just brought back one of the... It just brought back one of my least favorite songs from Rescue Team, and then slowed it down twice. It's like, there's that. There's the fact that Sunflora is so hilariously weak that it would be funny. Sunflora's portraits. Okay, that's one thing that I don't hate. It's like, gameplay is the only thing that's worse than playing through this is playing with Snover. And that last boss fight is one of the dumbest things. Like, yeah, it's totally fair to start off the fight with you getting a burn. One other thing I kind of like about this special episode is that... the other thing I kind of don't hate about this episode is that one, it's insanely short. And two, the cutscenes aren't the shortest of any of the special episodes. And, like, it's well spread out. It's not like... This fight puts you behind Lounger. It does set you up for like the main strategy that's used for the fight. I don't hate the formation too much, since like there is a very specific way that you can move around, so you only have to fight two at once. But still, just everything about that fight is so bad. Should have been Team Skull, yeah. This could have been literally anyone else's special episode. Like, in this thing's place, they could have, I don't know, made one explaining where on earth the relic fragment came from. Like, that's always the one thing that, like, I've never understood is, where does that come from? Yeah, imagine if it was core fish instead. It probably would be the exact same quality as this. We'll say I would rather play as core fish during this. I actually lost a fair bit of time on that. I technically saved a little bit of time, but that was a really rough Haunter fight. Yeah, it's like the reward for clearing this, it's technically good. Actually, no, I don't even think it's that helpful for some flora. Like, I don't know what it does, but I'm pretty sure it's probably garbage. Like, it's only even remotely useful if you replay this. And, like, even the best special episodes, you don't replay very often. Like, even 5, you never really replay it, unless you're, like, speedrunning or something. Heals you for taking damage for 5. Okay, that's actually not bad. Like, granted, the Grass Globe does the same thing, I think, but... And there goes the run. Yeah, that is part of why I hate this thing so much. And, yeah, I don't think I have time for another run for the night, but... Yeah, 5 is way too long to replay for fun. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap things up right here for tonight. Yeah. Thank you for actually watching this thing. Yeah. Fancy background, I guess. Yeah. I'm just gonna stop right now.